welcome to ECON 410. Before we begin talking about the wonderful world of economics, let's take a few minutes to learn specific study strategies for this course because although this course is challenging, it is not impossible by any means. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to go over partial derivatives and some other mathematical concepts that will be essential to the material that we learn in this course.
A partial derivative? What's that? I don't know what that is. I am going to fail this exam. I'm going to fail this class and
Here's what not to do. The biggest mistake students make in Econ 410 is giving up and believing that they can't do it. Tip number 1, come to class and actively pay attention. Side tip, do not use your cell phone in class unless you are working on poll questions. This distracts you and can make it really difficult for you to focus on learning the concepts that are being taught. Tip 2, don't get frustrated. Remember that you are not the only one struggling or feeling challenged by the class. Tip 3, know that you can do this. If you feel particularly unmotivated or stressed, come talk to the professor, the TAs, or the ULAs.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Remember, the exam is 2 weeks from class today, so you should probably start thinking about how you're going to start studying and how you're going to prepare for this exam.
Oh, I've got 2 weeks. I really don't need to start looking at this stuff until maybe 2 days ahead of time, but honestly, realistically, probably the night before. I'll just go page by page and it'll be fine.
Here's what not to do. In order to perform well on the exam, you need to plan your learning and studying according to what MSA will ask you to do on the exam, such as applying and analyzing material. Tip number 1, assess the knowledge and skills you're expected to have. There are a lot of challenging concepts in this class, so make sure you either have a physical or mental note of all of the topics that will be covered.
I just don't really get this budget constraint stuff, but that was like 3 homeworks ago, and I really don't think that it'll be on the exam, so I don't really need to study that.
Tip number 2, review your notes as you go to evaluate what you know and don't know. Tip number 3, plan your studying in advance. Create clear study objectives that allow you to apply and understand the material. Tip number 4, monitor your performance as the class progresses. Remember that monitoring your progress does not just mean taking note of your grades over time. It means taking the time to see which questions or concepts you keep missing, why you keep missing them, and thinking of ways you can better understand those.
Hey everyone, remember the exam is 1 week from now. You really should do the Sanko problems and rework all the old homeworks if you want to practice. Practice makes perfect.
Oh yeah, these Visenko problems, I can totally do them. I'll just review the solutions and then, I know how to do that. Okay. Demand curves, I've got that.
Here's what not to do. Reading answer keys is not the same thing as practicing problems, and in order to effectively be able to apply the material on the exam, you need to practice. Tip number 1, when studying with practice problems and old homeworks, do not keep the answers next to you. Tip 2, actively try polls and lectures. They are a great opportunity to practice and get immediate feedback. Don't just focus on getting the right answer. Focus on learning the actual concepts. Tip 3, time yourself on problems. This helps you practice recalling information quickly like you'll be expected to do on the exam.
Remember guys, the exam next week is going to cover preferences, budget constraints, constraint utility maximization, and demand and elasticity.
Yeah, there are all these different units. I'll just study them each separately and it'll all be fine.
Here's what not to do. Most of the concepts in Econ 410 connect to each other, and understanding how these concepts relate will make your studying more effective and deepen your knowledge of the material. Tip number 1, create a concept map of your knowledge. Write out concepts and try to draw the connections.
Look at my concept map. See how all of the concepts are related and linked?
Hey Okay guys, just a reminder that there will be help sessions Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week prior to your exam on Thursday.
Gosh, this class is just so hard. It goes so fast, and there's no place to go get help.
Remember, although this class is challenging, there are so many resources available to you to aid you in your success. Utilize those resources, especially MSA, the TAs, the ULAs, and the peer mentors that are here to support you. Pro tip: review your notes and help sheets, and when you have questions, ask them.
Man, this stuff is so hard. I just can't figure it out. Maybe I'll just look through the help sheets, maybe try and do some practice problems, and go to help sessions if I really can't figure it out.
Oh, gosh, I've got that study group tonight. Well, that one girl is so smart. I'll just ask her about all the things I don't get.
Group work is great and highly encouraged, but you'll only get the most out of it if you come prepared. Work on your own, then come together to compare answers and ask each other questions.
Hey, I'm gonna work on the problem set this afternoon. Do you want to meet up at help sessions to go over things that we don't get on our own?
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan.
The exam is tomorrow, guys, so please come with your knowledge, a calculator, and a pencil.
I haven't studied at all for this yet. It's going to be a long night.
Here's what not to do. In order to do well on your exam, you need to make sure you're well rested and not flustered.
Oh my god, it's 11 already? I should go to bed so I'm refreshed for the exam.
Everyone has the capacity to do well in ECON 410.
Follow these tips to make sure that you are effectively preparing for this exam.
Thanks for watching.